Imagine standing on the edge of Niagara Falls at night, the thunderous roar of water crashing down, the mist swirling around you, chilling the air. But beyond the noise, you hear a whisper, your name carried by the wind. You turn, expecting to see someone, but there's no one there. Tonight, we'll uncover the dark secrets hidden in the shadows of Niagara Falls. Beware, because after hearing this, you might think twice before visiting this famed landmark. Ready to take a plunge into the unknown? Let's dive into Nightmare at Niagara. Our story begins with Emily and her friends, who decided to visit Niagara Falls during the off-season. They'd heard of its beauty, but were curious about the mysterious stories. One evening, as they wandered along the empty pathways, something felt wrong. You know that feeling, right? The instinct that tells you to turn back? Emily ignored it, eager for adventure. As they reached a dimly lit lookout, Emily noticed a figure near the water's edge. But as she tried to focus, the figure seemed to blur and shift, almost like it was melting into the mist. Her friend saw it too, a shadow that didn't belong to anything human. Honestly, Emily, that was your cue to leave. But they stayed, and soon they heard it, a soft, agonized moan carried on the mist. Emily turned to her friends, each of them wide-eyed, hearing it too. It was a voice, faint but distinct, calling from somewhere near the falls, almost beckoning. What would you do? Would you follow it? Emily did. Emily's curiosity got the best of her, and she edged closer to the water, straining to hear. Suddenly, her friend Jake grabbed her arm. "Don't go any closer," he warned, his voice shaking. He'd heard rumors, stories of people being lured into the water by spirits who never left this place. But just as Emily was about to step back, the mist parted for a moment, and there, in the depths below, she saw a face staring up at her, hollow eyes piercing through the shadows. All right, show of hands. Who else would have sprinted out of there by now? Emily, take notes. But the nightmare wasn't over. They quickly backed away, but the voice followed them, growing louder. It was almost pleading now. "Help me." The sound was enough to make their blood run cold. And then, in a flash, the face vanished, and the mist closed in around them, thickening like it was alive. That's when Jake whispered, "We need to leave. Now." But just as they turned to go, the path ahead twisted, and they found themselves surrounded by darkness, the familiar trail erased by a thick fog. As they stumbled through the mist, shadows flitted past, faces emerging briefly only to vanish again. It felt like the spirits were trying to lead them somewhere, deeper, closer to the edge. Emily felt herself drawn toward the pull of the water, her mind foggy, as if something was whispering directly into her thoughts. "Come closer." Finally, Jake grabbed Emily, snapping her out of the trance, and they ran, the whispers fading with every step. When they finally broke free of the mist, the falls were eerily silent, as if none of it had ever happened. They never looked back, but the memory of that night still haunts Emily, and sometimes she hears that voice in her dreams, calling her back to the water. Niagara Falls might be a tourist destination by day, but by night, it transforms. The stories of people who never left, of voices calling from the depths, are they just legend, or is something truly sinister lurking beneath the surface? Maybe some things are best left a mystery. If tales of haunting whispers and ghostly encounters fascinate you, there's one question that might linger. Could the next person you meet be something more than they appear? For more on the supernatural, check out our next story, How to Spot a Vampire. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.